What's up, guys? Welcome to the MMA Engine. These are my DFS core plays for UFC Vegas 54. We have Jan Blachowicz going against Aleksandar Rakic. Should be a fun card. Going to be going over my favorite four plays, as always, from a DraftKings perspective. Before we get started and we talk about it all, if you guys can please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It's much appreciated. As always, let's keep growing the channel. It does help out a ton. But we'll get right into the favorite four plays here. We have Nick Maximov, 9,300. He's sitting around minus 400 on the money line, making him the biggest favorite on the entire card. And what I like most about Nick Maximov is the fact that he is relentless. I mean, this guy's the definition of relentless. Attempted 31 takedowns thus far in his first two UFC fights. He's completed 15 of those takedowns. I mean, those are numbers you absolutely love to see if you are playing DraftKings, because we know those takedowns do add up. You take a look at his opponent, Andre Petroski. Like, these guys are very similar on paper. Both guys don't have the best striking in the world. Both guys very good wrestlers, and both guys very good grapplers. The one big difference in this fight is going to be Nick Maximov having that cardio advantage. You know, Nick Maximov can push a wrestling heavy pace for 15 minutes, no problem. Whereas we see Andre Petroski slowing down in the first round, and he's still able to fight through that. Against guys like Zhang Hu and guys like Michael Gilmore, he's not getting any resistance out of those guys. But you best believe Maximov is a much better fighter and has a much better skill set than both Zhang Hu and Michael Gilmore. I think he does put up some resistance. I think Petroski slows down. I actually think Maximov is live for a late finish as well. So, Maximov, takedown upside, control time upside, and that late finish as well. I like him a lot at 9,300. Going to be my highest exposed fighter on the entire slate. I will have some Petroski as well. Like I said, these guys are both very similar. Petroski has a 100% finish rate, and I think at least early on, it should be competitive. Next, we have kind of a weird one here. We have Manuel Torres, 8,300. But this fight is going to be violent. I think somebody's going to get finished here, and I think this fight absolutely must be targeted, especially taking a look at their price tags. Manuel Torres, 8,300, and Frank Camacho, 7,900. The fight doesn't go to decision as minus 300 here. That is the second best on the entire card. We see that Camacho has been finished 7 times, and on top of that, Camacho is very hittable. This guy eats punches with his face, and he's absorbing 7.31 significant strikes per minute, which is a ton, and that's out of a decent sample size as well. So Camacho very hittable. Torres does seem very dangerous. We don't know a ton about Torres. There's not a ton of tape available, but I think this fight is going to be very fun for as long as it lasts. I think they're just going to stand and bang, like most Frank Camacho fights are, and I think Torres is more than happy to engage in a fight like that. So I think the fight's going to finish. I think the fight's going to finish under 1.5 even, and I think the winner must be targeted. Give me Torres, 8,300 though. The younger guy, the fresher guy, Camacho's been finished a ton. Camacho's been fighting forever. He's only 32, but he's been fighting for 16 years at this point. I like Torres to finish Camacho in the first round, but yeah, a fight you must target both sides in this one. Ion Kudalaba, 8,900, minus 400. Fight doesn't go to decision line in this fight, so the best inside the distance line on the entire card. Kudalaba does have that 88% finish rate, and Span has been finished in 5 times. So Kudalaba, in his last 2 fights, has been going out there with a really good game plan in terms of implementing the takedowns. Against Jacoby, it worked the first 2 rounds. He gassed out in the third. But against Devin Clark, his cardio looked much better. And he went out there and got 8 or 9 takedowns against Devin Clark. He got 8 or 9 takedowns against Dustin Jacoby. And if he comes in here again against Ryan Spann and goes for that many takedowns, he probably gets a lot of them. And if his gas tank has improved even more since his last fight, I like that a lot about Kudalaba, especially at this price tag. I think he has wrestling upside. He's had 17 takedowns completed in his last 2 fights. And this is a fight where another fight you're probably going to have to target both sides. Again, it's minus 400. Fight doesn't go. Both guys have a ton of power. Light heavyweights. Ryan Spann, a ton of power in his hands. Ryan Spann, a sneaky submission game. But I just see Kudalaba having more paths to victory. I could see Kudalaba knocking out Ryan Spann on the feet, which I don't think Ryan Spann has the best chin. And then I could also see Kudalaba grinding out a decision, racking up a ton of takedowns for 3 rounds as well. So I like Kudalaba. I like him a lot. And I think he's a ton of upside at this price tag. All right, lastly, this is more of a cash game play for me, but I do like Viviana Araujo, 8,000. I like this price tag here. More of a cash play, like I said, but she's going to have volume upside. Both of these fighters, both Lee and Araujo, is going to have volume in this fight, but it's going to be Araujo is going to be the harder hitter. One of these fighters hit really hard in Araujo, and the other fighter in Lee doesn't really hit hard at all. So I think on the feet it's going to be very close and competitive, but I think the power of Araujo is going to edge her out the striking exchanges. But where I really like Araujo is going to be the takedown upside, Andrea Lee's been taken down in every single one of her UFC fights outside of the Antonina Shevchenko fight. Andrea Lee's takedown defense does not look good. Just seeing Roxanne Modafferi easily just get her down to the mat was not a great look. And Araujo, very good wrestler, very strong, BJJ black belt. But the one concern you have for Araujo is that lack of cardio. If she had cardio, I'd have no problem betting Araujo. I'd have no problem playing a ton of her, but it's the cardio that scares me. So I think she wins the first round. I think she loses the third round. I think it all comes down to the second, but I think the takedowns will be there. I think the volume will be there. And even in a loss, and this is why I like it in cash, even in a loss, I don't see Andrea Lee finishing her. Even in a loss, I see Araujo putting up a very good score here. So more of a cash game play, like I said. If she had cardio, I'd be much more heavy on it, but I do like Viviane Araujo in this fight. But yeah, guys, that is about it. Quick recap here. I like Maximov quite a bit. He's going to be my highest exposed fighter on the entire slate. Takedown upside, control time upside, late finish upside. I like Manuel Torres, 8,300. I think somebody's getting finished here and probably could be in round one even. But yeah, another fight you want to have both sides of. I like Kudalaba. I think he has more paths to victory, knockout upside, takedown upside as well. And then Viviane Araujo, more of a cash game play. I think she has a really good floor, takedown upside. The more powerful fighter, BJJ black belt, all that good stuff. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Make sure you are subscribed so not miss out on any content on the MMA Engine. Going to be going live on Friday on the MMA Engine, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And then Lou Betchy Bunk going live as well. Prior to that, just a lot of stuff going on. So do not miss it. Leave a like, subscribe, and talk to you guys soon.